Hey, Den family, Den Mother Amanda back for another episode. It's going to go over Planned Parenthood. Is it really? If you read the description also, I'm going to go through some stuff about Planned Parenthood. And yes, they've done some good stuff. Some, well, quite questionable. And we're going to get into it. Um, Planned Parenthood was uh, originated in 1916 by three sisters, Margaret, Margaret Sanger, Fania Mindell, Ethel Byron, in the borough of Brooklyn, New York. It's part of the greater part of New York City, one of the five boroughs referred to as New York City. Um, Studying some of the background of these three women, especially Margaret Sanger, they had issues with the black population. They weren't fond of the black people at all, which is pretty sad. And there's a lot of good people in the black communities. There really are. And started out with them wanting to primarily perform abortions for black women because they had this hatred of black people. And they did all that they could to try to eliminate the black population. It's grown into across the country, primarily mostly in black communities for previously mentioned reasons, which is a bunch of crap. Um, Abortion. It's rough. It's rough on the mother, emotionally, physically, especially emotionally. Um, I'm a trans woman, and I don't understand all of what a woman goes through, and when women get to that point where they've got to consider that or actually do it. I do have empathy and I do have sympathy for women, biological women being in that situation. I really do. Okay, it's like it says it is expanded. Abortion is. I got some ideas on that, but I'll get into that in just a little bit. Um, it's grown into a continental, let's just say dynasty for lack of, or empire for lack of a better word and terminology. There's probably better out there. I'm just not thinking of bringing to mind right at this moment. Um, with all that's previously said, I think there has been some good that's come out of Planned Parenthood when it's helping mothers that have children, like if they need diapers, stuff like that, maybe formula for the child, and finding resources for women to help women out. Um, I don't believe that's their primary goal, though. Um, what I believe is their primary goal, the way they're going, is to accomplish extinction of the human species. Now they've gotten into where they're offering medical services for trans children. which I've talked about that lots of times before. What happens to children when they get started on puberty blockers and then get cross-sex hormones? Complete 100% sterility. Destroys all the sexual hormones that a child would go through for puberty. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's the truth. Also been known to cause brain swelling, brain problems, vision problems, blindness, and some. Planned Parenthood has turned into an organization of barbarians whose primary goal is to commit genocide of the entire human species. The original goal, abortion, which is a willful and intentional, premeditated first-degree murder around unborn life. That's what it is when humans are killed intentionally after being born. Same thing if they're not born. That's still a human life with separate DNA, separate arms, separate legs, separate hands and fingers, separate feet and toes, separate heart, separate lungs, separate brain. A different life. There's a lot of issues and a lot of things around why somebody would want where a woman would want to get have an abortion. I can empathize and sympathize if a woman has been raped by another person or and has gotten pregnant, or by incest and has been gotten pregnant. A woman did not ask for that. No female asks for that. It's disgusting, brutal, and barbaric. I've got some ideas on how to deal with men and males who do that to women and girls. Trust me, it's not nice. And it should be public. When that happens, I'm going to share this and I'm going to try to not talk about this part of it anymore. When a male does that to a female, or anyone for that matter, whether it be female or male, small thin glass tube stuck into somewhere, and then clap. Yeah. If it's making people cringe, well, that's what they deserve. And that's being nice. Now, that unborn child, for whatever reason, good or bad, as a result of sex, was not asked to be created. Just like each and every one of us has not been asked to be created, but we are here. We have a right to live. Try to have a happy life. Free of being assaulted. And tortured. try to have a happy life as best we can do. Of course, we all know there's ups and downs in life. Premeditated first degree murder, willful and intentional premeditated first degree murder. Because we know that unborn baby is alive. It is a life, a human life, an innocent human life. Before I was talking before about these other people that, let's just say, unjustly get biological females pregnant. Please, 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 please. And I know it's hard. I know. I know. I was raped as a child. I know. I know it's hard. I really do. That's why I have so much empathy and sympathy for those who have had that happen, whether it be a rape or incest. Please report them. Have a rape kit done. These people need to be punished. They really do. There's no reason for that. None. No excuse to do that to another human whatsoever. For any reason. They're sick. They're twisted. Irredeemable. I'd say most, over 99% of them are irredeemable. Because I have heard of a few who have gone to get medical treatment so they don't do that again. I don't agree with what they did. And if they go to get treated so they don't do it again, so people are safe from them, cool, please do. Let them. Because you're taking an active role trying not to harm people anymore. And if they mess up, then you know what, guess what? All bets are off. All bets are off. Charges of willful, intentional, premeditated first-degree murder should be started with the medical staff. Because they know they're willfully and intentionally killing a human life. Period. No ifs, no ands, no buts. You know it's murder. I wish I could have got pregnant and buried my own children. I really do. I really do. There's also women, so there are women that have gone through extreme medical risk, and I mean extreme medical risk. And that, okay, yeah, let's do something. You know, if we have to abort it, the child has to be aborted to save the mother's life, and hopefully she gets to where she can have children successfully in the future, for sure, absolutely, absolutely. Seems it's gone for being used as birth control also, and that's it, no. If you're using it for birth control, the doctor and the mother should be charged with premeditated first-degree murder. All right, let's end that one there. And then now they started medically transitioning minor children. What? Seriously? Discussed what before what could happen. What can and does happen with these puberty blockers. It is not a pause. It is a stop. Period. No farther. No reversals. Stops all the sexual hormones that are produced that the pituitary gland tells the body to produce. Once stages of puberty are gone, they're gone. They do not come back. Yes, there can be a puberty given medical prescribed hormones. It's not the same. And after puberty blockers have been given and the reproductive system has been destroyed, it's not going to come back. It's just not going to come back. Mental health and IQ issues because of puberty blockers like Lupron and others. And the only thing it should be used for is cancer treatment. Prove that children are going through cancer. And that's what it's being used for. There are some, yeah, that do. Talking about medically transitioning children. Also, all a 15-year-old has to do is go in and sign a consent form and agree to not hold Planned Parenthood responsible for anything, any harm to their paperwork that you have to sign. Getting consent for. Puberty blockers don't cause harm. Why is that in there? Not to hold them responsible for any harm due to hormone blockers and cross-sex hormones to children. And we already know they're performing surgeries, transitional surgeries on minor children. Chloe Cole, for instance, 15, double mastectomy after being on cross-sex hormones for 2-3 years. I mean hormone blockers, Lupron, for 2 to 3 years. Can't remember if it was 12 or 13 when she started on the Lupron. Also, if the girl started puberty and had periods, it starts extreme, violent menopause in minor girls who already started puberty and started having periods. It's a fact. It's proven. They won't tell you that, but it's a fact. Sexual dysfunction. No sex drive. No orgasms. No feelings of pleasure. Most of the time, they report pain during intercourse. Or the fun stuff, little stuff leading up to intercourse and sex. And not all stuff finished medically transitioning. I'll be 20 up to two. I would guess at least 25% are detransitioning. And these barbarians at Planned Parenthood are butchering children, knowing full well the harm it brings to children. That's child abuse. Planned Parenthood is an evil, devil worshipping, satanic, demon loving, full of demons empire. They hate people, they hate humanity. What do you think now? They're doing abortions and now transitioning children. Let's take a guess. Less people to reproduce, have offspring, to help the population, the human population grow. The killing off of the unborn, or killing them off before conception. One born children. For humanity. The barbarians. Please boycott Planned Parenthood. Touchy subjects when it comes to Planned Parenthood, I know. I wish it wasn't that way. But it is. So really think about what it is that you're perpetuating when you go to Planned Parenthood. I'm sure there's other agencies like churches and other things that would help with formula and diapers and stuff like that for infant needs if needed. I go to churches to get help with diapers and formula for my kids from time to time. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to do that because we want our children to grow up healthy as possible. Life has its enough ups and downs without supporting intentional, premeditated first degree murder and child mutilation by an organization that hates the unborn and hates children and hates people and hates humanity. I love you all, and you have a great rest of the day, and I'll be back again.